Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. Today I'm with Colton. Hello Colton.
Hey Boris, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Let's dive right in. Today we'll be talking about SingularityNet. Can you give us a little synopsis of the project, Boris?
Yeah, I think everybody's very familiar these days with ChatGPT. Well, basically this project, it's ChatGPT on the blockchain. They're trying to do what OpenAI, the company that built ChatGPT, is doing, but in a blockchain format, so people would be able to pay using crypto, and it would be decentralized. And overall, they want to build what they call the artificial general intelligence, and it's to pretty much solve any problem, but very similar to ChatGPT. I mean, people are using ChatGPT these days to ask about writing a blog or solving a problem or writing an essay. I mean, there are many ways to use AI and help you in what you're doing. The coin is called AGIX, and it's the native utility token. Now, what's important to note is that it pretty much started on the Ethereum blockchain, but now it's becoming cross-chain compatible with Cardano, which is good news for anybody using Cardano, because that's probably going to be used a lot since fees are much lower on the Cardano network than they are on the Ethereum network. The coin is being used for transactions, settlements, incentives, governance. I mean, it's the usual package.
So can we change gears here, Boris, and talk about the history and performance of SingularityNet?
So it was co-founded by two doctors, Dr. Ben Grotzel and Dr. David Henson. And they're both, especially one of them has been on Joe Rogan, has been on many interviews lately. They really want to launch a product for AI-based decentralized applications. And what we're seeing with their whole vision is to really bring, like I was saying, a competitor to a ChatGPT, because you have to understand ChatGPT is very popular right now because of all the people talking about it, starting using it, all that stuff. But there's going to be many competitors coming to the table. You're going to have Elon Musk, who's actually was kind of part of ChatGPT at the beginning with OpenAI, but he's going to launch his own AI products. Google is going to do the same. So I guess what these guys are doing here is really doing something, except that it's on the blockchain, it's decentralized, it's easy to use, and it's doing everything that people want to do in a very simple manner using the blockchain. Also, the whole foundation's operation is operating pretty much as a DAO. Now, on the technical side, there are different ways that they do those integrations. We're not going to go too technical here because it's a bit complicated for those who don't necessarily build any products. But it's really making it easy to make the calls to the AI engine from the apps that you are building. That's the one thing you want to remember. So using SDK, APIs, you're making calls to actually get answers from the AI engine, and you're being charged at that point. And like I was saying, the switch from Ethereum to Cardano will help lower the gas fees, and also maybe some speed ups on some aspects. They have three different core products. One is the AI marketplace, where you have the different AI services and everything. You have the AI publisher, which is what people would use to publish the dApps that they are creating. And then you have the AGIX staking, so that people can stake and participate and make some money from the use of the whole blockchain. Now, on the price, it's interesting to note that their all-time high was 95 cents, and that was back in 2018, in January 2018. So we're talking 5 years ago that they reached their all-time high, and their all-time low was back in March 13, 2020. And at that point, it was under 1 cent. So if you had bought in 2018 at the top, and it went all the way down to under a cent, you know, it probably get a little bit disappointed in their performance. But they have, it's interesting to look at the graph of their performance. Currently, they're sitting at 43 cents. And they are also ranked number 87 in by market cap, which is pretty high because they are in the top 100. But if you look at the max, when they were first introduced, you know, they were at 95 cents pretty much right off the bat. They went way down. In no time, they were down to, by September of 2018, they were down to 5 cents. Then by 2021, they went all the way back up to about 80 cents in June, July 2021. Then they went back down again to 4 cents, and now they went all the way up, you know, very recently to about 60 cents, and now they're back down a little bit to 43. So they have lots of big variation. I mean, lots of volatility. Their market cap is $600 million. They have a total supply of 1.2 billion tokens. And a max supply of 2 billion with a currently circulating supply of 1.2 billion. So that's the tokenomics. And the whole sentiment these days is bullish, of course, because people are very much bullish on everything related to AI.
Thank you for that information, Boris. I do have a quick question for the people like me who, you know, don't really, you know, understand the differences. But why would you want to, you know, store your info? Like, for instance, when you ask a question in ChatGPT, it's stored in the cloud. What's the difference versus storing it on the cloud versus blockchain for, you know, a simple request of, you know, responding to an email? Is there a benefit there, Boris?
Well, it's decentralized. I mean, obviously, if you work with ChatGPT, then you're going to be working with Microsoft. So who's going to get rich? It's Microsoft.
I see.
Whenever you're talking about a project like SingularityNet, the advantage is anybody can be part of it. You can buy coins, you know, own a share of the pie and be part of the whole thing. Plus, it is decentralized because what happens if tomorrow Microsoft decides that they want to make more money and they raise the prices of ChatGPT? You have no saying in the matter. Whenever you operate a DAO, you have governance. So everybody, if you own part of it because you have AGIX coins, tokens, you can vote to decide like, no, I don't want the price to be raised, or yes, I'm okay, you know, with the raise of the price. But you are part of the decision. You have no say in ChatGPT. They can say and decide whatever they want. And I think that's the whole idea behind anything that is crypto driven.
Yes,
is that it's the community that makes the decisions.
Yep, thank you for making that clear. Can we now talk about, you know, the latest news and development of SingularityNet?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, they're going to be, late February, they announced that they're going to be part of the portal, the staking portal beta for Cardano, which allows the AGIX token holders to stake their tokens on the Cardano network as opposed to the Ethereum network. So The other thing is they are creating an ERC token converter so that you can take your AGIX Ethereum-based ERC20 tokens into the Cardano blockchain. The price has really risen lately, and it's all thanks to ChatGPT because of all the exposure, the everybody talking about it worldwide. And that's another thing that's really interesting. It's not just the US or one or two countries. I have seen literally everybody from Europe to Asia. I mean, there's almost no one at this point that doesn't know the name ChatGPT. So I think this is really helping SingularityNet into getting a lot of exposure. And plus, people, of course, are starting to wonder, like, okay, there's ChatGPT, but what about crypto? What do they have that's related to AI? And here's the answer. So they're getting a lot of free advertising, free publicity. The other thing is on the prices, like I was saying, it's a little bit, all over the place because it's gone up at some point in the past 2-3 weeks, past 2 weeks. The price went up 30% and then it's back down 15-20% and it rises up again by 11%. So it's very, very volatile. So I think you gotta exert caution whenever you are looking into investing in something like AGIX, because you could be buying at a top and then it loses 20% and you're like, oh my God, I should have waited, for the price to come down. Definitely DCA works the best on something like this. You want to DCA over time if that's a project you want to get into, so that you have the opportunity to enter slowly, step by step, and if there are corrections, at least you take advantage of those corrections.
Thank you for that information there, Boris. Can we now talk about staking? Can you stake SingularityNet, and where should we be doing this if it is possible?
Yeah, you can stake it on its own network. We put a link on the document. But basically at staking.singularitynet.io. So you are directly staking with the project, which at this point, I think with all the horror stories we are seeing, with all the clawbacks that they're trying to do on retail investors for Celsius, Voyager, like apparently they're trying to go after people that withdrew their money before the whole thing crashed. At this point, I would say staking on any platform, whether centralized exchange or those platforms that are trying, it's suicide. I'm definitely rather not make anything than to stake with any platform, centralized platform at this point. I think this is gonna really kill the centralized platform if they keep on doing stuff like that. But AGIX, you can stake with the project directly, which is the best. Now, it's not going to make you very rich. They basically this is the tokenomics on that. If you had 1 million coin AGIX on a 30-day incubation period, they would pay you basically 1,053 AGIX reward. I computed all the numbers for you on a yearly basis. Basically, it equates to around 1.3% per year. Now, the good thing is it's 30 days, then you get out, you can restake it for 30 days. So every 30 days, it's basically blocked for 30 days, and then you can restake or not restake. You can get the reward and restake with the reward. So, but so far right now, it's kind of a low percentage, only about 1.3%. So now if the coin gains a lot of value, then it's a lot more than 1.3%, because if the coin over the next 5 years does a 10x, that also means your reward went up by 10x, which at that point you are talking 13% a year. But that's the way to stake it, and just don't expect that you're gonna get extremely rich from the staking.
Now, can we talk about the price prediction, Boris? Where do you see SingularityNet in the future?
The price predictions that we have found and that we have reviewed tells us that we're probably going towards around $1 by next year. So roughly we would be doubling the money in a year's time, going to above $2 by 2026, by $4, around $4 2028, and reaching around almost $10 by 2030. So potentially you could be looking at making 16 to 20x all the way to 2030. However, AI is kind of a new play, and there's a lot of unknown in here, and people could literally go crazy if things took off quickly with AI. So at the end of the day, it's conservative. It could go a lot higher. It could also go nowhere. Or it could be that SingularityNet, is one of the first one to really enter that whole space of AI and crypto. And unfortunately, sometimes the first one to enter isn't the one that's going to reap all the benefits. Look at Yahoo versus Google. Yahoo was actually Alta Vista was before Yahoo. Yahoo was more like the number 2 that arrived on the market, roughly. And then Google arrived after Yahoo. And today it's Google that has reaped most of the benefits of the search engines. So it's always very difficult. And especially on something that has been a little bit all over the place. So I would, I'm personally have not invested in SingularityNet, and I'm looking at it. I like AI, I like crypto. I think it's a potential. Me personally, if I do buy some, I will probably buy a very small bag just to have a little skin maybe in the game. But it's still early to know exactly which one is going to perform better, because there are competitors to SingularityNet already.
Thank you, Boris. I appreciate that. From my side, that's all the questions I have for today, but please feel free to add anything else.
That's it. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.